message Tom about this time, but in a voice message, so I don't know if he'll get it, but our moderator. You know what time it is. It's we're coming into Shabbat, at least where I am. The sun is about to set, but it's been Sukkot. I hope you guys have had a great Sukkot. My Sukkot hasn't turned out the way I kind of was hoping it would, but it's still a beautiful Sukkot. I mean, yeah, blessed, always blessed all the time. But yeah, I am getting ready to go to Shabbat Bible study, so that to me is part of this Sukkot celebration. I got my my coffee, my special Shabbat evening treat, and it's pretty good. Nice music. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but anyways, yeah, I hope you guys have had a good Sukkot. I'm taking it kind of slow because I know nobody's on here yet. So, oh no, Mr. Davies. Oh, and actually, I've been hoping to connect with you here to tell you thank you. Thank you so much. You recently blessed me. I don't know what to do because I want to tell you thank you, but I don't know if you want to share that. That you blessed me, but the way that you did, but I just thank you so much. Means a lot, it really does. So thank you. And because I still have my public email, but I don't keep up with it anymore. That's really sad, but I've just had so much going on in my life this year. Coming into this next year though, which really isn't that far away, the Gregorian calendar. Obviously, we've come into the new year Hebrew calendar, but I hope to change a lot of things. I hope that I can have a P.O. box again, and I hope to be doing artwork to sell again, and my website has not been updated. It's got stuff on there, I think, listed for sale that isn't for sale anymore, or isn't there. I don't know where it's at, so yeah, my apologies for that. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Yes, and it is a special Shabbat. And hey, by the way, there's someone on here. I'm gonna make a note of you now. There's someone on here that hasn't been able to comment for some reason. I don't know what's up with the settings. You know who you are because I just saw your little smiley. And I'm really glad that you put a little smiley because I wanted to tell you I saw someone this evening on after I came into the coffee shop who looked a lot like you. not you obviously, and doesn't look like you, but looked a lot like you. And so it was kind of interesting, even like the body language from the way that you are in your YouTube videos. And those of you who are curious to check out his channel, he's got some great worship music. Tiger Monkey, Tiger Monkey. Yes. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but yeah, he for some reason his commenting on here is not coming through, but you can still see his smileys. So if I know, I was like, I think that's you. I think you're on here. Not that anybody else can't do that either, but I think that's you. But I wanted to share that with you. So I will share that after having seen someone who looked like you, I thought, well, must mean I'm supposed to pray for you. So prayers that you are doing well and that you will do well, that you will have strength and you will be blessed. And thank you for also being a blessing and mysterious. Yes, mysterious. I know. I don't know. He had shared that before, that for some reason the commenting isn't going through. So. But the little emojis go through, so yeah, it's kind of interesting. And now there's no more emojis, so I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Like maybe we lost one man down. But anyways, there we go. That's good. It's still alive. No, I didn't doubt that. But anyways, blessings. And where was I at? Oh yes. So it's Sukkot. I have not done my camping this year. That's the other thing that every year, even if I can't celebrate the full, you know, days out in a tent. I always sleep out once in a tent outside one night at least, and I haven't done that yet. So, I mean, maybe this weekend, actually probably should this weekend, because by Monday it's supposed to get pretty cool for us anyways. Cold for me in my state. Probably doesn't seem cold to a lot of you who live farther up north, but cold for me. And that's gonna be on Monday. Cold front coming in. Yeah, but so I wanted to touch bases with you. I still haven't put together, since the last time I was on here, a study to go with everybody with. But I actually have a 3-day weekend this weekend. Thankful for that. So hopefully that will happen. Maybe want to keep a lookout for that, possibly Monday. I think Monday, that's my hope. So, show possible here with her having Thanksgiving. Snow possible. Okay. Well, that sounds exciting. That reminds me of when I was growing up. Since I grew up in Kansas, I've lived in Oklahoma for quite a while now, but I grew up in Kansas. That's my home. But my grandparents, their farm was still there, but my grandparents don't live there. My grandpa passed, but my grandma's still with us. She's 90 this year. Wow. Anyways, their farm is in Nebraska. And whenever there was a family get together for Thanksgiving, and it was up there in Nebraska, I feel like it always snowed. It seemed like it always snowed when we went up there without fail, and we would be like snowed in. It was pretty fun. Oh, but you are in Canada, aren't you, Mr. Davies? I think you're in Canada. Nebraska sounds interesting. You know, there's not enough credit given to Nebraska. There is some real beautiful things about it. I know there's a lot of cornfields and farm fields, and people think that's boring, but it's magnificent, because in those fields you see things grow, you see actually nature attracted, and you see all these beautiful wildlife. And there is some really very much so cultural things you can see in Nebraska. So yeah, it's a gem. It really is. I have great memories of Nebraska for sure. Oh yes, Canada. Okay, and I may have told you this before, but my best friend, one of my best friends, that's kind of sad when I say one of my best friends, is people can be like, well, aren't I your best friend? Well, one of my closest friends I've had for like many years is actually from Canada. So one day, I mean, probably not anytime too soon, because I am in a difficult spot these days, but one day I definitely want to go to Canada. At one time there was a possibility I was going to do music there, but the invitation got canceled, I think because the congregation was having things going on. I'm not entirely sure, but for whatever reason, it wasn't for me. Like, it wasn't that they didn't want me, but something happened, and then I wasn't coming up there. But I hope so. Canada is gorgeous, it's huge, so I know there's a lot to it. But I always think of Anne of Green Gables comes to mind. I love that show, the original. I haven't seen the newer ones, but the original. Well, I appreciate that. Yes, definitely pray for that. I do believe it's gonna happen. That's my heart, actually, to go to Canada. That's really my best friend really inspired me in that, and ever since I've kind of I've seen pictures and I've looked into it and just been in awe of Canada. So yeah, I definitely want to visit. Definitely would love to share music. I'm gonna keep drinking this coffee. If you guys don't mind, I'm gonna turn on my car because it started to get warm in here. It was perfect temperature until I locked. I don't have the windows down, so. Oh. Okay, there we go. Oh, didn't realize my radio was on. Sorry about that. Yes, if you are new to Sukkot, I'm gonna take a sip here. It is, it's in the Bible. This is, I know a lot of you on here, you already know about Sukkot, but if you're new, if you happen to listen about it now, yes, it's in the Bible. And one of the fascinating things about Sukkot is it's actually one of the festivals in the Bible that is commanded for all the nations to celebrate as we lead into the, the reigning of the King, our King of Kings, and into the life to come, the Olam Haba. So, yeah, it's a curse upon those nations that don't go down to Jerusalem, to Israel. It's one of my dreams, is to celebrate Sukkot in the Holy Land at some point. But that's pretty interesting, how there will come a time when literally, if you don't go down to celebrate it, you will, you'll be cursed. So that's in the Bible. I'm trying to think of the reference, but if you even Google it, you'll find it. So it's a very special holiday, dwelling place. It's a picture, it's a taste of the life to come, or even from this life to the next life, because we're reminded that this is our temporary dwelling, and with the Lord it is forever. And I love it too, that it's a reminder that like literally nothing that we have material wise is ours. It's not. It's just here. It's just stuff. Thank you. Yes, Zechariah 14. Yes, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I was you know what? There was one of my friends I forgot to let know about the live stream, so now I feel bad when they come on here later. I was like, oh, I forgot to tell you about that. But if you celebrate Sukkot and you've been celebrating it, I'd love to hear it. Any comments on what you've done so far, or what you plan to do, since I know Sukkot is still in the runnings. The air on. Forgot to turn the air on. Yeah. Usually it's not so much a tent, but an actual tabernacle-shaped dwelling that you build, and if you aren't able to sleep in it every night, you at least have your meals in it. It's kind of the tradition. I love to eat outside, so that's not a big thing for me, but I'm not prepared this year. I'll be honest, I haven't been prepared this year, but we'll see how it goes. Someone's saying hi. Hey. I only see a YT McLovin. But hello there. Happy Sukkot if you keep it. I'm enjoying my coffee. I'll tell you guys a secret if you like Summer Moon coffee. I don't like my coffee sweet at all, but I actually will put up with this sweet from Summer Moon, but I get the smallest amount they possibly can give of the sweet stuff still. And I just found out that, sometimes it still seems too sweet, and that's with the most less amount of sweet in there, and it's like the 1/4 moon, they call it. I just learned that if you want less than that, you can order the Whisper Moon. Imagine that. Yes. Whisper Moon. Okay. I'm done. I'm done talking about my coffee. I could talk about coffee all day, and that's not really what we want to talk about. I do want to talk about my walk these days. I've had people reach out and ask if I'm doing okay, because I haven't posted very much on my other social media. And I will share that what I've come to understand is that when you're hurting, when things are rough, that is when you avoid posting. And I wasn't doing a good job of that before. So that's why. And I've had people been like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, actually, if I'm not posting, it's good. Or at least if it's not that much, it's a good thing. It means I'm in a pretty good place. I mean, kind of best friend. Well, I'm not recognizing your like, it comes up differently on my side. I'm not recognizing your account name, so I'm sorry. Wait, no, I know who you are. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I know who you are. It took me a second, because see, when I don't see your name and I see the just the I'm sorry. Yes, you are like my best friend. I'm sorry, best friend. I'm so sorry. Oh goodness. Thank you for forgiving me. Oh, are you American? Yes. So that's my other best friend. Oh, it's not that awkward. It's not that awkward when my whole life is awkward. I feel comfortable. I'm comfortable that way. It's like everything's awkward. I tend to make things awkward for people too. So in a good way. In a good way. I'm sorry. But hello. I'm actually not going to be on here too much longer, so I'm sorry about that. But a little bit longer. I gotta make sure I get to my my Bible study. I'm always late to the Bible study. That's terrible. It's a terrible thing because that's like my thing is I'm always late and everybody knows it. There's been only like once in a blue moon. Well, no, once in a purple moon because that doesn't happen hardly. I make it on time. Yep. Well, at least you're dancing. That's good. No. No, I see, here's the thing. You know, homeschool kids are really cool kids. Really, they are. Well, I mean, just like anybody, you can find people that are maybe not so amazing, depending on how they're being raised. So that's the biggest thing. But a lot of homeschool kids are pretty cool. And a lot of them will admit, though, even though they are really cool, and they actually have quite a high intellectual intelligence from all the things that they have the time to study, that they're socially awkward. But not so much with people older than them, because they literally are learning and taking in the wealth of information from older people, from older members of history. But yeah, we got 5 watching. I know, right? I know, right? Thank you for that. Yeah, get over that. See, I should always have you on here. You're like, hit that like button, like and subscribe. But anyways, yeah. So they're like socially awkward with people their own age, and that's actually been kind of consistent for me. Now, I wasn't always homeschooled. I did go to school too, like a regular school. But I was very comfortable just being around my animals and my family. So venturing out with people my age, around my age, pretty awkward sometimes. Not like in a bad way, but more like I would bring up things that I thought were really cool, and the other people thought that they were like, oh, okay, yeah, that's all right, you know. It wasn't that interesting to them. So, you know, your friends are your friends, even if you're socially awkward, right? So I appreciate those of you, my friend out there who's still my friend, even when I've been awkward. So thank you. That was a long, a long part to that. I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee now before it gets cold. This is good. This is really good. Oh, I'll show you guys something else. So I had bought coffee beans that I normally get, or I get from this one place, and for some reason they turned out bitter. So because I don't have the budget to just go out and buy more coffee, I've been trying to survive through it all week. And I go from that to also like decaf, and I mix it up. I am going to try from Summer Moon. First time I've had this one, even though I like their coffee. You guys see this? I just bought this because like I said, my other one I got for the week is nasty. Not from Summer Moon, from another place. And it's got a horse and a cowboy, and it says hints of sweet walnut and chocolate. So I'm pretty excited, because I haven't had this before. And I survived a week of bad coffee. Yes, you're always awkward. That's funny. That's why we're friends. That's why. You know, that's how it goes. But I'll let you guys know how it goes, or I'll test it. Update 2 on my horse riding, since I know some people have asked about that too, and have been praying. Yeah, I think it's gonna be really good. It smells good oops, wrong side. Yeah, it smells really good. I have been riding my horse. You know, that accident I had was really bad, but I've been back, um, and I've been riding, and it's actually been really good. Like, I don't know. I guess we just had a really bad day that one day, and but I tell you, if I hadn't told you guys already, now I wear a helmet. Now I do. I'm old school, you know, old school Western. You don't really ride a helmet, wear a helmet, but now I do. Yep. And so there's that. But it's been good. I do have plans, God willing, to show this horse eventually. Bring glory to the Lord in the ring. Because if you didn't know it, as I've said before many times, horses are a big part of the Bible and actually the life to come, interestingly enough. It is. So, it's actually, it says the Lord's coming back on a horse. So, when he's coming back on a horse, that usually means you should know about the horse somehow, to some extent, right? Yes, safety first. I do the same, cheap coffee, but it hurts my stomach. Yeah, so that's kind of what happened with me. This coffee that I got, it's a cheaper one for this week, and it was hurting my stomach. So, didn't taste good. Tasted like they had maybe like over roasted it. And then, but this, even just smelling it, I can tell that they didn't like roast it too much. I didn't really smell the other one I should have. It smells like it's roasted just right. So that's important. It makes a difference. And yes, safety first. What is your horse's name? I actually have more than one name for my horse, interestingly enough, because he's registered. He's a registered Arabian horse, so he's got a name that was already on his papers, which is pretty cool. So he's got that name, but I don't call him by that. You know, I didn't name him that, and he doesn't. Yeah, but he's got more than one name. And the reason why is because I couldn't decide on what I wanted to name him when I got him. Like, I wanted to call him Melchizedek, but the thing about that is I have no intentions to make that sacrilegious, but I think some people might misunderstand because Melchizedek was to refer to the Lord. And my view in naming him Melchizedek was that when I would show him eventually, that it would be like bringing out the name of the Lord into the show ring, the horse show ring. That was my thought, and I also thought it's a really cool name. And so sometimes, rather than calling him Melchizedek, I call him for short Tzaddik, which is righteous. But I also call him Prince, so there's that. And I also call him Bubba. It just kind of depends, you know, it's like the little pet names. Or Prince, I'll say Prince Sahar, because he's got like a little moon. Sahar's like moon in Hebrew. So he's got a lot of different names, but either way, just like, you know, just like anything you love, you got more than one name. He's got more than one name, depending on how I feel. Sometimes it's Bubba. Yeah, depends on the day exactly. Bubba's kind of like a name of endearment. That's usually what I call him when I'm about to kiss him on his neck or something. Like, hey, Bubba. Yeah, that's my Bubba. But yeah, yeah. But anyways, oh, guys, I gotta go. I'm gonna miss the whole study. I just realized the time it is. So thank you guys for joining again. Happy Sukkot. Chag Sameach. I hope it's awesome for you guys, and be looking out for possibly Monday. I better drink this too. It's getting cold. Possibly doing a Bible study Monday. That's a hope. That's a plan. But I love you all. Shabbat Shalom, and take care. And again, thank you for your prayers. Thank you for blessing me. I still don't know what's gonna happen, you know, from 1 month to the next. I'm still at the same place where the rent is so high, and been looking at other places, but I don't know. We'll see what God has planned. Thank you. Yeah, if you guys, you know, if anybody wants to come, they can always come. It's a lot of fun. we're also funny, awkward people at the Bible study too. But we love each other, you know, so that's all that matters. Alright guys, I love you guys too. Shalom, shalom. Peace, peace. Bye-bye.